My name is Vijay Jacob, and I'm the founder of ProductScopeAI, an Amazon ad agency called Foster FBA. As Nick mentioned, serial entrepreneur investor over a decade, typically in finance and tech. Those are the kind of spaces that I've interacted with. I used to work for Barclays, Bank of America, kind of finance, investment banking. I got very bored with that and then transitioned to entrepreneurship. Since 2018, I launched 5 companies. 2 were failures, 2 succeeded, doing over $1 million in annual run rate. And now I'm primarily focused on ProductScopeAI. So basically, this is a generative AI product design and marketing company. We offer tool sets for e-commerce brands to be able to, as Nick mentioned, to come up with content that is not only SEO friendly and looks good, but also caters to your target audience. And also my other day job is managing Foster FBA. It's an Amazon advertising agency. We manage over 30 million in client ad spend over the last 12 months. We're an Amazon verified partner, helped over dozens of brands go from 6 to multiple 7 figures annually. Obsession Products, EcoCat Portraits, there are a few examples, and there's a lot more on our case studies page. Personal side, I got a small family of 2 kids, daughter and a son, and we moved to Portugal from New York just 4 months ago, as Nick mentioned, and I'm learning to surf in my free time, which is very hard. But it's what everyone does here, so we'll give it a go. That's enough about me. Let's get into the topic. So unlocking Amazon growth with AI-powered product design and marketing. Basically, what we're trying to do with ProductScope, and it's only 3 months old at this point. We launched the day after Christmas. We're trying to level the playing field for small e-commerce brands when it comes to product design and marketing. We're featured in a few different places, which is pretty cool already. But the 3 problems we're trying to tackle here is most small brands face is visibility, competition, and conversions. So how do we tackle that? We're trying to use AI to bring down costs and speed up the process in which small brands can basically get to the level where they are running profitably and they're able to, look at other channels like affiliate marketing and put more money behind ad dollars. So you probably heard the saying, 20% of success for most brands come from the products themselves, but 80% is distribution. What that means, even with the best product, if you don't have distribution, you're going to be doomed. So how can we leverage AI to kind of tackle these 3 different problems? When it comes to visibility, it's going to be better marketing visuals. So these are the creatives you're using, the actual lifestyle images, infographics, EBC, A+ content, no matter what it is. Better visuals. And the other 2 is organic content. I'll get into that, and then SEO, search engine optimization. I'll talk a little bit more in the next few slides. The second problem area we're going to try to solve with AI is competition. On Amazon, we know how fierce competition can get, especially every day as you get Chinese knockoffs, you got Temu coming in and undercutting. So how can we use AI to differentiate ourselves? And the best way is to use customer insights directly harvested from your reviews. And if you don't have reviews because it's a new product, that's completely fine, because I'm going to show you how you can take your competitors' reviews and use that information, use AI, and tell you exactly what you need to do that the market is not catering for right now, right? i.e. your competition. And the third one is conversions. Again, this is basically how can you optimize your Amazon listings in a way that is engineered to convert to your target audience. I'm not talking about SEO here. I'm not talking about the algorithm stuff. That's more under visibility. But in the conversions, we're talking about how can we make sure that your listing speaks to your target audience pain points. It takes them through a user transformation. That's what most people want. That's why they're going for your product, and answers any objections that they have within the listing itself, right? Either in your infographics, in your lifestyle images, or within bullets or description, etc. So that's how we're going to use AI. And in the first one, we're going to talk about visibility. So this is how in ProductScope AI, we have a core tool called the AI product photo shoot. It's a basically stability diffusion powered model where we use fine-tuning to make sure that we can get good lifestyle images for pretty much any setting for almost all categories. Some categories are harder. If the product is smaller, example, jewelry, things that you need to put on people, that's still difficult, and we're trying to tackle that. But for most products, it's giving good results. So these are 3 product photo shoots we did. One for Bubbly, Willow and Grace Design, and MAC Cosmetics. You can see how we took a boring product photo on the left top, and we've converted it into, these are all done in seconds, into really beautiful, visual, stunning lifestyle images that now these brands can use in multiple different places, like social selling, like as Greg mentioned, putting it up on their social medias, their TikTok carousels, Instagram, They could use it on their websites, if they have content sites, if they have blogs, if they're on their Shopify. And then, of course, on Amazon, they can put them in as lifestyle images. And now recently, just yesterday, we launched something where you can now add text, you can add infographics and a whole bunch of things. But this is the key thing in terms of pushing visibility, getting more reach on platform. You need to have better visuals. And now with the AI photo shoot tool, you can do that and very cheap to do so. Thanks to AI, thanks to stability diffusion, better visuals plus consistent marketing is what was going to bring better reach. The other place we can use better creatives is in advertising. So you sell on Amazon, so you've probably heard of sponsored brands. Sponsored brands allows for a custom image to be used in the actual banner itself. So this is a top of search ad placement by True CMOS. The lifestyle image they're using is an AI generated lifestyle image. It looks pretty cool. It was probably generated in seconds. I think it's another way to use these creatives is not just organically or on your social media, but also through your ads. Again, the second and the third is leveraging organic content in SEO. So here's an example of a tweet that Sean Frank, he's the CEO of Ridge Wallet. I just kind of copied it in here, but to showcase why it's important. But I think every Amazon brand should be doing this. What he says here is, and by the way, Ridge Wallet was almost going to do 100 million per year in revenue expected this year. In the interview he did, he expects to sell his company for over $1 billion. So this guy knows what he's doing. In this tweet, he shares how his content sites drives hundreds of thousands of clicks per month for free to his Amazon product. Put that into perspective. Okay, so that's an average Amazon ad cost per click is around $1.20. If you take that multiplied by 100,000, you're talking 6 figures in monthly marketing dollars that he gets from this content site organically ranked on Google to his Amazon products completely free. This is not coming out of his budget. Of course, he had put in the work initially, but not, it's something that compounds over time. And I think this is very important for Amazon brands to do, especially as we know ad costs will continue to be going up. It's only going to get more competitive. So I think Amazon brands need to be looking at, okay, I sell specific products. What is a good content idea site to launch around it? So some examples I put in here, you sell backpacks. So good idea would be everyday travel gear is basically a site that talks about gear for daily travel. And you could have content that you put out, it could be AI generated. It could be something that you work with other creators and you put out a bunch of blog posts. As long as it's SEO optimized, now those pages will continue to drive traffic to your products. And another cool thing that Sean did is he's not promoting only his products. It doesn't make sense to promote 100% of your products on a content site because the content site is supposed to be specific to an entire niche, not to your product. So what he does is he's generated another revenue stream, which is using Amazon affiliate links in these content sites. So now there's an additional revenue stream coming in, which as we know, for Amazon brands, you're talking about 10, 15% on average profit margins. This is something to really consider when it comes to increasing visibility that's not related to simply running paid ads. So that's another way we do. And then SEO is search engine optimization, making sure everything you do is optimized for the algorithm. And again, we can use AI to do this. The second one is competition. So how can we differentiate our Amazon products to, we have all these competitors. What can we do that makes it stand out and get attention? So we put together a free Chrome extension. It's free for anyone to use. You can use it. And we have over 600 users. There's brands using it daily right now. What it does is basically you can plug in any Amazon listing ASIN into it, and it's going to come back with 6 different data points as to who's the target audience, the demographics, who's buying your products, why they're buying it, what are they buying it for, what are they using it for. It breaks it down into pros and cons, product features, buyer motivation. These are why they're buying it. What is the reason that they bought your product specifically? And then improvement suggestions. So these are things in the reviews like, I wish it had this, I wish it did this, things like that. So basically any type of improvement suggestion, the AI would basically break it down into a very easy to understand data point. And how can we use this, right? So you're an Amazon seller. The way to use this is to run it either on your products if you have tons of reviews. Even if you have 30, 50 reviews, you can get a pretty good, decent insight into it. And if you don't, you can run it on your competitors' reviews as long as they have a similar-ish product in your niche. But once you know who you're selling to, what their pain points are, what their desires are, etc., that's what you would use in differentiating your product, right? If you're already selling or launching a product that meets all those needs, right? That checks all those boxes. And so let's take an example. Say, or you find that your audience that you're selling to values sustainability. Well, then you know what you need to do? You need to highlight the eco-friendly aspects of your product. Another reason to use customer insights is it pushes a brand to focus on benefits and not on features. Most people, we're tuned to kind of promote the features. We do this, we do that, we do this. It's usually when your customers are buying your products, it's not about the features, about what it is going to do for them. How does it benefit them? And so it allows you to pivot your listing to talk about the benefits, how it's going to benefit your specific audience. And by using customer insights, it's going to take this language. And then in the next step, I'll talk about how we use those customer insights in our listing optimizer tool to actually optimize the actual listing based on their language. Right. So this is a Chrome extension. You can go into the Chrome web store, just simply search for ProductScopeAI. You'll get a customer insights Chrome extension, and it's free to use. Sorry, before that, it also helps identify common objections that your target audience may have. So there could be reasons why they don't buy something. So for example, you'll see here in the product improvement, this was for a chicken broth ASIN. In the example, you'll see someone was talking about reduced sodium content. 10% of reviews was talking about reduced sodium content. Some were complaining about the price, some were complaining about the taste. But this is very clear that there is a need or a demand for a lower sodium content version of this chicken broth listing. And so if you were selling chicken broth, you could use that to launch another variation of the same product and then market it as a low sodium or zero sodium type product. So this is another way in which you can use these insights by differentiating or creating cross-selling options for your brand. All right. So the third one is conversions. In conversions, we're using AI to basically focus on how to optimize product listings for better conversion rates, CVR. There's two metrics when it comes to your listings, and it's very crucial to know which levers to pull for which metric. And I think Nico knows about all the metrics with the analytics. So basically, when it comes to your creatives and your listings, the two metrics are click-through rate and conversion rate. Now, what's the metrics that's going to matter to you is always going to be conversion rate when it comes to Amazon, because the Amazon algorithm provides more emphasis to the conversion rate because that's what they're dialing down for. They want to dial down for customer experience and not have people just click into things and not buy. Whereas the Google algorithm, which you also need to focus to if you were going to do things like creating content sites, there you want to maximize for click-through rates. You want to have the best title. You want to have SEO optimized content with links so that they can click into these links and then go on to Amazon and then actually buy it. But everything on Google in terms of the algorithm is focusing on click-through rate, and everything on Amazon is focusing on conversion rate. So when it comes to Amazon, you need to be looking at things like what are your lifestyle images, your bullets, your price, your product videos, your reviews, customer Q&A, and description. Now, that doesn't mean you disregard the levers for click-through rate, because if they don't click into your listing, you don't have the sale, right? It's kind of the chicken before the egg kind of situation. So you got to have a good main image, right? That's not going to go away. You got to have a really good title, and you got to have a good offer. And what by offer, I mean a price, a coupon, badge, or a deal, or a strike through, any of those marketing persuasion type things that you would normally have on an Amazon listing. You'd still have to optimize for that, but your focus should be on the conversion rate aspects of it. Now, how do we help with the Amazon listing optimizer tool? Because I said we have two tools, the photo shoot and the listing optimizer. The listing optimizer, the way it works is none of the market right now that do it. I'm sure they will pop up, but the typical listing optimizers that are powered by AI basically use language models to write good titles, bullets, and descriptions, but just using plain English and your high impact keywords. We took it one step further by taking those high impact keywords, the keywords that matter, and then infusing them with the customer insights that we got in the previous step. The customer insights are the words that your customer or the target audience are finding valuable about your specific product, right? These are the words they're using. These are the reasons why they're buying, their motivations. We're taking all those things, strategically putting it into the bullets, into the title, if it makes sense, and into the product description, as well as doing the other things like back-end search terms, subject matter fields. And you can see here, if I press play, I don't know if I actually, so you can see that it kind of pre-populates all the customer insights in this GIF that I have here. That's basically how our listing optimizer works. And it works for the US, the UK, and the Canada marketplaces. So any ASIN in those marketplaces, you'll be able to completely optimize your listing, and it does it in a minute. So it's pretty cool. It uses your customer insights. Before I get into the next slides, there's a freebie. The freebie is we analyzed over 15 top performing Amazon product listings and used AI to break it down into a full listing optimization check. I'm pretty proud of this because we kind of scoured all the listings that are doing really well. We used brand analytics to figure out kind of like what their conversion rates were, what their click-through rates were. We took those that had the highest conversion rates. We kind of we pushed it all into kind of OpenAI. We figured out, okay, the reasons, these are all the reasons that their title doing well. These are the reasons their images are doing well. And we kind of broke it down into different clusters. If you go to ProductScope.ai, the free Amazon listing checklist link there, or simply go to ProductScope.ai and you'll be able to get that resource. Another cool thing is our listing optimizer automatically uses all the guidelines in that resource that's there for free. So it does that. It does like a 30-step checklist of exactly what a good title should be, what the bullet should look like, what exactly they need to do with having a listing that's actually engineered for conversion. So pretty proud of that. So this is ProductScopeAI. We're new. We're only about 3 months in, over 3,000 users. Pretty proud of what we're building. A very small team, just 3 of us. And we're solving for, like Nick said, the actual content issue, how to get more visibility on the platform, how to differentiate from the competitors, and how to make sure that your products are engineered to convert. So you can create stunning photos, gain insights, and optimize your listings with ProductScopeAI. This is an example of how a new feature we just launched called Burst Mode, of how you can take one photo and create 30 days worth of social media creatives in literally seconds, which is pretty cool. It comes up with the entire background for you. It figures it all out. The AI does pretty much all the heavy lifting, and you just have to post. That's it for me. Thank you for your time. And I have a small promo. It's QR code, gives you 50% off the pro plan for the first 3 months. And I hope you use AI to unlock your Amazon growth today.